Okay, welcome to the SAP S4HANA configuration course. This is the first phase that we'll be working on. No prerequisite required for this course. This is for the beginner level. In this, we'll try to understand, in this lecture, we'll try to understand the structure of ERP configuration curriculum. Okay, and we'll understand the global bike story. We will analyze the scenario of the company where the problems exist. We will try to identify the problems and we'll try to find the solution. So this is our job that we'll be doing, inshallah. So let's have introduction to the ERP configuration curriculum. We will be focusing on finance only. Okay, this is our this is the scope of this this ERP course. But we do have available like material management. We have like sales and distribution processes are also available. In case you want to learn more and you want to practice by yourself, then you can request for the case studies and then I will share it with you guys. You can do the material management and sales and distribution. So in this way, you will be covering like, 3 processes which are related to, you can say, supply chain management. So in the first part, we'll try to understand what is finance. We'll see the enterprise structure. We'll try to configure some of the parameters. And then we'll try to, implement all those processes and testing of the software that we have configured. So if you see here, we have like in the phase 1, that is finance, that we'll be focusing on. So the first is enterprise structure. Then we have like business processes that we will configure the parameters. Then we have master data. We'll try to create some master data. And then we will do the testing. So these are the processes which are universal, always, in any module. If you look at the material management, you see, we are going to configure enterprise structure. We will configure or enter some parameters for the different processes. We'll create the master data, and then we will do the testing. And similarly, if you see the third one, sales and distribution, again, we have to configure or enter the enterprise structure, configure some, you can say, parameters, or the business rules, enter the master data, and then do the testing. So these are the 3 things that we will be doing in all cases. So if you know how to configure phase 1, that is the finance, then we can easily finish the material management and sales and distribution. We will be having like slides where I'm going to deliver the lectures, and then some lecture notes are available as well. Now, in this phase, in this lecture, we will have like step 1 is that we'll try to do the introduction of the global bike configuration case. We do have a scenario that we will read for analysis purposes, because we cannot go to any company and we talk to the guys and we try to understand the problem. So what we have done is we created a scenario in a company which is facing a lot of problems, okay, in their manufacturing, in their sales, in their purchasing, in their finance. So we'll try to identify the problems, and then we'll try to find the possible solution, and then we'll try to implement the system to overcome those problems Yeah, so we will implement the solution at this step 5 so that all the problem which we are facing, we can overcome to those problems. Guys, any question here? Please let me know. Okay, now introduction to global bike. As we talk about, we have the company history. In 2001, they created the global bike, and it is kind of a corporate. Two guys, they met together. One was German guy, one was American guy, and they just joined hand together. Both are the co-CEO of the company. One in Germany, one in United States. They have different departments. They have manufacturing plants. So 2 plants in Germany, 3 plants in United States. They have products. They're manufacturing bikes for the deluxe bikes, for the off-road bikes, for the men and women, and they do have some trading goods like helmets and knee pads and water bottles and t-shirts. They have manufacturing. They do some manufacturing as well. They have the distribution network. They have like customers. There are different companies who are buying their bicycles. Different industries are buying their bicycles for resale. So they have the partner network. They have some IT strategy. So that is what we have. Introduction of the global bike. We have the scenario. We'll study the scenario and we'll do the analysis. So that is a reading task. So you have to read and highlight the most important and relevant information from that scenario. You have to read through the whole scenario and critically analyze the challenges employees are facing in this company and focus particularly on the core statement during the conversation. So you will see some emails. Emails are going back and forth among the different employees. So you have to focus on those emails and then try to find out what are the challenges which employees are facing. Okay, there are different employees. There are different, and scenario might be like there's a guy who is the sales department got an order. An order was not enough. They want to manufacture. So during the manufacturing, they found out they have some issues. So the emails are going back and through between Jermaine and John and Ricardo and Jurico and Sylvia. They are different people in different department. So the shop floor is a production planning guy, is a manufacturing. So the guy is working in a factory. This is a production supervisor, he's in charge of making the production. This is the warehouse supervisor who has all the raw material. This is the shipping clerk, and then we have account payable specialist as well. So accounting department, sales department, material management, production planning, 3-4 departments are involved in that conversation. So you have to understand and you have to find the problems or challenges which employees are facing in that company. And because the company is not on they don't have any ERP actually. So the next phase will be problem identification. So we'll look into the scenarios and we'll see what the problem they are facing and try to have the understanding, clear understanding about the problems, and try to identify the causes and the problem which they are facing. So this is how. And then we'll do the solution finding. Okay. And so we have to identify some possible solution for the global bike. And then we have the project planning, that is optional part. So yeah, so this was an introduction to the configuration curriculum. Now let's see what we have in the next part.